Hello. Sometimes the body lags and I long for the sleep. Lost girls and love songs are dreams that I keep. So I never sleep, so I never sleep. The land on the highway is the song they take on. Well, now I'll mess up here. They take they take me there my ways while I stand here for a long song. There ain't no place to mingle so long song. Cinder from the dream you sing so long song. Yeah, I don't see. Y'all come back now, you on see. It's all see, right? Each one needs a drawing, drawing. St. Tennessee, Cincinnati, I mean. See, now we're going to play a species coach New York game. That's what we do. Each city has this theme. And this is for training for the pantheism games because everyone, each modern nation, each person of each modern nation, each group / sexes, and everyone regarding the species volume, nature of volume, value, which you can't value that and have a conversation as science, which is using how we are nature, a species, nature of volume, how we are group / sex simultaneously as the same nature of volume, but simultaneously, distinctly and not distinctly on each parts of itself, as what is only gains as a nature of volume, is generated matter. Before anything could bang into each other, into itself at any level, it had to be generated. It's about the identity of value progression as values nature, where and as and how. Each thing has values nature inside of us, each cell, each complete identity is simultaneously a value nature inside the values nature of our identity. This is the identity that is inseparable from all parts of itself as that identity of value progression perfect in demonstration to us. Not just of, distinctly and non-distinctly, with and as the identity of value that is onto and as the value of each of the 26 sounds of English. This is what is truth as exception nature too, in demonstration to us that way. So in other words, in relationship to a subject, there is only one God. But God is inside an algebraic equation about this identity of value progression. And then even if we agreed on its name, it's about how we get that wrong or not and how to check for science. But see, this is a nature, a quality of fact treatment nature, originally still prohibited the sensibility nature treatments of intersciences, including the religions, because the religions are about law, and the laws conform to negative value nature. Each complete identity of value is simultaneously only a semi-nature and unceasingly valuable, gaining value, valuable semi-nature relationship to this identity of value progression. this one that is invisible but discernible as the identity that our inventions work in relationship to or not. That they are further positive or negative in relationship to it or not. Allah is about that, but it is about, that's why the Quran is warning right up front. Beware of people who are saying they are Muslims always. See, everyone since ancient times, all victim predators, tactically, effectively, criminally re-engineered nature of sciences, where and how, as and how English was revealed by nature of sciences that we're still valuing. The states, areas, and nations we're valuing how and why we don't have control over internation sciences, but in a way that's going to cause negative or positive or negative demonstration to us. But that's again valued as a quality of fact, cheap energy that we don't have. So and then we're going to go over this. This one is, sometimes the body lags and I long for the sleep. Lost girls and love songs are dreams that I keep. So I never sleep. So I never sleep. They land on the highway, the songs so low. They take me there my ways while I stand there for long. Song, ain't no place to mingle so long. Song, send her from the dreams you sang so long. Song, yeah. Now, so species code, that's what we do. In other words, this is not just to set up, this is not a game, this is about organized crime. Each modern nation's founders didn't have free speech. This is about the method to that. Recorded but valued, not let told. This is about how. This is about a method of child abuses that maintains each age of fact cheaping nature as a quality of fact cheaping nature that is also methodically invested, having been invested, and having been valuing having been invested to a tactically denatured values nature systems from tactically denatured relationship to nature, only exploited, only, not even addressed. That was with and to, and inseparable from what the evidences that reveal. Our founders didn't have free speech. They were fact cheaping nature slaves with stolen identities. They just wrote with other, everyone had to lie. They had the nature of laws about against what everyone could say. They had everyone broken as reality, but as reality through an organized crime breaching extortion method against the whole species. And they did this effectively by hurting semi-ancient nations, making them not value internation sciences, and while they kept it going on. And this built modern nations valuing natures of sciences criminally re-engineered in a way that nature would continue to demonstrate negative value nature progressions, acts, and natures in demonstration of. And ones that they methodically knew that they could build modern nations having had valued, only known and valuing the real causes of it blamed on other things and others themselves, and having had that value and valuing that they could maintain that self-cultivated. In other words, the interests, like with drugs, as motivations, or money with motivations. But that these aren't the real motivations for overt criminal enterprises, for private ones originally and still valued because there's not enough jobs at the same time, not by accident. This is the conversation about the breaching method. The slavery method is a breaking method, like the way they break horses, wild horse, then they have to wear a saddle every day. Many pray. Wow. The value lifts. And gifts are leaves. Leaf of IDs. So the species value system, we set up, we just need to set up the platforms because no one can fathom what that. In other words, we're going to enter the value nature system as another one, as a species, because we're all along as another one. Everyone just needs to give it ground. And this leverage came from before and is as the leverage of the ground. It stays in gifts, or goes in leaves, leaf of Hadith, for space and nature transfer. It does not leak. Even our nature is in diffusion through our nature, and that is value. And that is value to the identity of the complete identity of value progression. That is onto all parts of itself. That is how we have each identity of our bodies simultaneously semi-nature in demonstration to us of a semi-nature demonstration to our complete nature. And so our complete nature is also semi-nature relationship to it. Semi-nature inseparable from and as the value of the other sex, and of the species nature of volume, as natures of volume, as semi-natures of volume, as three invisible but discernible semi-natures of volume. They're also within as the value of five semi-natures of volume, bonded, as the value of it is, which is a progressive value, as its value is. And so Allah name was revealed to teach this. This is before the Quran, as English was demonstrably. They reveal they reveal the sounds that nature made, and they have a distinct relationship to itself. And we're supposed to know, even Allah's name is, we're using it as positive or negative, right or wrong. So everyone's, and this is about the Trinity, Alpha and Omega. This is simultaneously, distinctly and non-distinctly. So we can see how it is simultaneously, non-distinctly, onto and as all parts of itself. This invisible but still discernible identity that inventions were not in relationship to, further positive or negative, and not relationship to. Always the Trinity as a value nature, inside values nature, which complete nature is five parts, even the smallest part. So it's like they have Lincoln logs. You could snap them together, or Legos. So this is instant everywhere it is. It mixes. As diffusion, two ways it doesn't. I mean, inherently, so this is my theory about black holes and white holes. The complete identity of value, nature, is a perfect value progression. It's generated everything and keeps everything generating as an increasing nature of volume, as forever nature. So to be with nature can't, to become itself, has to come through what life is the value as. So all forms of life have bodies of value. Life is a body of value discernment system. And there are three natures of body, as physics, as metaphysics, and as identity nature. And this is our course, vaccine of souls. The sciences share an identity. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel of Anthony Wall. There's a button under the YouTube channel, and there's a little bell. It takes 2 seconds, and it's good to have a YouTube channel if you're not subscribed to YouTube. If you don't, even if you only have 1 or 2 videos up, or even just to be ready in case someday you want to put a video up. Then see, we have not by accident originally. Still, we have interbranch forcing people to prove things that offensively, pretending that people should prove things. In the words like that, so easy, like with color and things like this. It's easy to discern, not even though it hasn't been done by anyone, because everyone's been reading left criminally foreign influenced glorifications of how our founders didn't have free speech. All that went to the Marbury versus Madison, and that stays with that because when they interpret our founders, when they interpret the laws, our founders' intentions were to demonstrate that we need equality of fact, treatment, nature, that is free speech. That is true all ways, not ways, not exploiting exceptions. Because what is true always as exception is in demonstration to us. And is a course where nature is value, and value is nature simultaneously, distinctly and non-distinctly. And that is simultaneously, distinctly and non-distinctly, onto the inherent nature of volume. And that is simultaneously, distinctly and non-distinctly onto the active nature of volume we are, the value of it. And that is simultaneously, distinctly and non-distinctly onto the progressive nature of value we are. And it is further showing that we are positive or negative in relation to it further like that, in relationship to this identity that sciences are about. And they're about how we're not having a quality of fact treatment nature let value. They're not letting the first part of the religious books through generations, because that is relied upon by people fact treatment nature wise, valuing and having had valued the perfect world sabotage. Because we're in a value nature systems dependent on what was set up to keep us self-valuing roles with slavery, from a tactically denatured relationship to nature, designed to cause negative value nature progressions, are methodically forced, not even everyone realizing that it was used to cause everyone blaming other things, others themselves, for the real cause of negative value nature progressions, acts and natures, for the real cause of life progressions from each database, from each campus, intercampuses, from off the ground of education, then intercampuses, interbranches, interindustries, originally still juxtaposed overt criminal enterprises, Hundreds of nations share sick, militaries, all things, titles, identities of law that can't defend themselves and stand free, quote, free speech with correlation nature simultaneously inherent, active, and progressive means with it, without that person with their identity stolen. All natures of identity thefts. Thinks it goes, someone that goes take some criminal justice classes, the law can't defend the law. Originally, still we have lawyers, types of law, trained, just like industry, we have private, trained to where you can't defend it also at the same time. Slavery, Jim Crow laws, tactically, homes since before there were cars, forced by crazy breaching method, break everyone method, value now. Not because there's not enough space, it's because the nature of space allotment from the tactical nature relationship to nature. The soils were consciously, methodically measured, not even realized. How maintain tactically denatured, lifeless. We need someone like we need. You know what we should do? We'd be who could afford it with time and things like that, who has tractors and going around every towns and stuff like that, make a soil specifically, which each area is going to have a certain kind of tree, whatever like that. Make a soil go real deep instead of planting like something like that. You know, we have to figure out, we have to learn that way. And everything, we have to bring back nature to its nature of relationship to itself as nature that is going to cause positive value nature progressions here because it's positive to those three natures of value. And when it's doing that, it's positive to the complete, trying to be to the complete nature, which is also a little bit before and beyond this is value gaining, while this value and the part we are in it is gaining. Can I thank you for coming out tonight? That's all. Thank you.